Hello friends, welcome to a new topic today. In this topic we will learn about joint and soft tissue infections. Here in joint and soft tissue infections, first we will see the infection of fingers. Okay, in this first we will see infection of fingers. What is the most common organism required for infection of fingers? Most common organism causing infection of fingers is staphylococcal. Most common infection of hand is paronychia. Paronychia is infection of fingernails. Okay, that is staphylococcal aureus. Then there is something called as phelon or whitlow. What is this phelon or whitlow? This phelon or whitlow mainly involves the pulp space of the nail. That is, infection of the pulp space of the nail is called as phelon or whitlow. So this is paronychia. Okay, if infection of pulp space of the nail is phelon or whitlow, this is more commonly seen in thumb, followed by neck finger, okay, index finger, sorry, followed by other fingers. So most commonly it is by thumb, followed by index finger. Next, if you see, this is the, okay, if you see what is the, so in phelon, what is the most common organism causing phelon? Staphylococcal aureus is the most common organism causing phelon. How are you going to treat the phelon? Phelon treatment is by vertical incision. You will have to give a vertical incision. Where will you give the vertical incision? Preferred, okay, this vertical incision is given. Why is vertical incision is given? If you give vertical incision, all the septa will be broken, because in the nail there are many septa, so those will be broken if you give vertical incision. Always you should not give horizontal or fish mouth incision, should not be given. Always a vertical incision should be given in phelon. What is the complications? The complications of phelon mainly includes, there can be osteomyelitis. In phelon, osteomyelitis is more commonly seen than tenosynovitis. The infection can spread to the bone, causing osteomyelitis, or it can also cause tenosynovitis. Next, the next infection is paronychia. So this is paronychia. This paronychia mainly involves the nail bed. Here in paronychia, the infection involves the nail bed. And what is the treatment? The treatment is antibiotics, and you will give surgical drainage. Treatment is antibiotics and surgical drainage. Then we have infectious tenosynovitis. What do you see in infectious tenosynovitis? Here the name says infectious is infection of, teno is tendon, synovitis is flexor tendon sheath of finger. So here there is infection of flexor tendon sheath of finger is being infected. So this is the finger. In this, the flexor tendon sheath is infected. Okay, in this, the flexor tendon sheath of fingers is infected. Okay, so if you see, first we have the sign which is done for infectious, the sign which is done for infectious tenosynovitis is Canavel's sign. What is this Canavel's sign? You can see the Canavel sign in this picture. See, when the patient does painful extension, on extension there is stretching, and as a result there will be pain on extension. And if you ask the person to flex the finger, then you will see fusiform swelling. So it has three things. Three things it has, because in Canavan sign it is like a triad. Okay, it has pain on exertion. In Canavan sign, one, you have pain on, not exertion, it is extension, okay, or stretch. Either it is in stretch or extension, there will be pain. Then there is second, fusiform swelling is present, and third, flexion of the finger occurs. Because there is pain on extension, he likes to flex the fingers. Okay, that is finger flexion. So these three are called as Canavan sign. And one more specific is the tendon. Tenderness is present along the tendon sheath. Along the tendon sheath you will see tenderness. So these include the Canavan sign. We have three things. One, we have pain on extension, we have pain on extension, there will be flexion, the finger will be in flexed position, and if you see, there will be flexion of fingers and there will be tenderness along the tendon sheath. Okay, pain on extension. Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah, then this is about the infectious tenosynovitis. Next, if you see, we will learn about the spaces of the palm. Okay, we have thenar space, palmar space, sorry, thenar space, mid thenar space. Okay, so in the thenar space, it is present mainly in the first lumbrical and the index finger tendon. Okay, in the thenar space, it has mainly it is present in the index finger tendon and first lumbricals. Okay, here there are no thenar muscles involved here. Now, this infection of index finger tendon will spread to the thenar space. And what is mid palmar space? Mid palmar space is present in middle, ring and index finger. Middle, ring and index fingers. This is not little finger. Middle, index, ring and little finger, all the three. Then we have second and third, fourth lumbricals are involved here. Okay, so this is mid palmar space. Then we have it's not that important, in fact this spaces of palm we will learn in anatomy anyways. Then this is about the spaces of palm. So these are the infections which are seen in soft tissues and joints. So thank you guys for watching my lecture. In the next class we will learn about a new topic. Thank you.